Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Geojit Financial Services Q2 FY24 earnings conference call. We have with us on the call today Mr. C.J. George, Managing Director, Mr. A. Balakrishnan, Executive Director, Mr. Satish Menon, Executive Director, Mr. Jones George, Executive Director, Ms. Mini Nair, Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Leju K. Johnson, Company Secretary. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions at the end of today's presentation. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Satish Menon from Geojit Financial Services. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, and good evening for joining this half-yearly call of Geojit. I will take you through the broad numbers of the quarter 2 and the half year. All these numbers are already provided in our shareholders presentation, which is uploaded to the exchange's website as well as Geojit site. Post these broad numbers, we can open up for Q&A. To start with, the total income for quarter 2 FY24 was 145.51 crores, which is a 25% growth from the previous quarter and 30% growth from the same quarter last year. The profit after tax for quarter 2 FY24 is 37.48 crores, which is 70% up from the previous quarter and 58% up from the same quarter last year. In terms of half year, the total income is at 261.48 crores, which is a 22% growth, and profit after tax of 59.56 crores, which is a 30% growth. I will come to the split of income now. In terms of split of income, brokerage, equity and equity related, for quarter 2 FY24, the total income is 92.60 crores, which is 33% up from the last quarter and 23% up from the same quarter last year. For the full year, equity and equity related is 162.01 crores, a 12% growth. Financial products income, which includes mutual fund, insurance and others, primarily coming from mutual fund. Financial products income for quarter 2 FY24 is 31.19 crores, which is 42% growth from the June quarter and 34% growth from the same quarter last year. For the first 6 months, financial products income is 53.22 crores, which is a growth of 26%. Software income is at 2.35 crores for the half year, and total operational income of 143.94 crores, a 31% growth from the June quarter and 28% growth from the quarter last year. In terms of expenses for quarter 2 FY24 was 97.19 crores, which is an increase of 12% from the June quarter and 20% from the same quarter last year. And for the half year, 184.03 crores, which is a 19% growth from last year. In terms of equity brokerage business, the cash average daily trading turnover for quarter 2 FY24 was for 485 crores. The derivatives ADTO was 7,368 crores. The cash yield stands at 0.187%. The cash brokerage constitute around 80% of the total brokerage income, and futures and options the balance 20%. The margin funding book stands at 353 crores, and the mutual fund AUM of Geojit individual stands at stands at 10,227 crore as of September 30th. This is the broad numbers, operators. Now, if there are questions, we can start. We can open for Q&A.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use only handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Thank you. We take the first question from the line of Shaleen Seth from Sheer Funds Management Private Limited. Please go ahead, sir. So Shaleen, your line is in the talk mode, sir. Please go ahead with your question.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Shaleen.
Hi. Congratulations, sir. The numbers are really great. So my first question is regarding the cash yield. We have finally seen cash yield going up to about 19 bips from 16 bips correspondingly. Is it because of some product mix, or we are charging a little more in terms of brokerage?
Shaleen, this is primarily because of the product mix. So as you understand, the cash yield consists of the delivery business as well as the day trading business.
Correct. Okay.
There has been no increase in the rates overall. So the percentage of delivery business has gone up in the last quarter. So that is why you are seeing an increase in the total yield.
Correct, sir. Makes sense. So my second question is regarding the insurance income. We've seen a very good Q2 insurance. So this is a one-off, or we can expect this trend to go on?
So in terms of insurance income, Shaleen, there has been an increase in the premium collected in the quarter 2 of this financial year. But the increase in insurance income primarily is coming from the dictate from IRDA, where the insurance commission has been made more open and more liberal.
Okay, so you mean to say from the same kind of business we might be able to get some more income?
Absolutely correct.
Okay. So can I ask another question? I have one last question.
I would leave to the operator. I think you can ask, Shaleen.
Sure. So for the MTF book also, we were just hoping to get a target on that. Like the net worth is about 800. So where can we go in terms of our target for the MTF book?
We have not kept a target for the MTF book, Shaleen. So as per the rule, we can go to 5 times the net worth plus half the net worth, so 5.5 times. So that is the rule. That is enough. There is enough free space there.
Okay.
We will cross when the bridge comes.
Great, sir. Great. Thank you. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaleen.
Thank you, sir. Before we move on to the next question, a reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. We take the next question from the line of Mr. Varun Bang from Branston Investments. Please go ahead, sir.
Hi, thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on good set of numbers. First question is on branch addition strategy. We've been talking about adding a few number of branches on yearly basis, especially in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. However, there is hardly any increase in last 1 year. So have we changed our strategy here, and incrementally, how do you look at branch level economics?
MD, would you like to answer this, or should I?
Yeah, I can take this question. Thank you. Interesting question. This is like, we opened close to 30 branches last year, and then this year we have not opened any branches, but this year we are seeing some more make these branches. Any question? I must tell you that all these branches that we opened last year were in tier 3 cities. So we plan to continue with our strategy with a deep penetration strategy in our natural markets.
Okay, and incrementally, how do you see economics at the branch level?
See these branches that are small that we opened last year. Except only a handful of numbers have become profitable. But I can tell you, we are using these branches for SIPs, insurance, mutual fund distribution predominantly, and that will take some time. We are of the view that it will take 2 years' time for these branches to make profits or to reach break-even points. But these are very low-cost kind of infrastructure. Only 3 people per branch. So our strategy is to basically penetrate further into the deeper side of the country, where we develop a deeper relationship with our customers.
Okay. And secondly, while we have hit new record in terms of total income, our profitability is still below historical high. I think Q3 FY22 was a last peak in terms of total income, where we reported almost 60 crores of operating profit. So while our total income is up by 11% from that point, our operating profit is still down by 5%. So what is taking toll on the profitability? I mean, the operating profit margin also is far below the previous high of 47-48%. So ideally, the profitability too should have been hit new high. So what are the broader reasons for the same?
You are right. Some of the expenses. Also, I must tell you that we have increased the headcount compared to the quarter 2 of FY22. So you are asking me a question on that particular year. So the number of accounts we have increased, and all these small branches where we made it operational last year, these branches are not profitable. So these are mostly salespeople we added all across. So that is one of the reasons. The other reason is also because when we got higher insurance income, earlier the foreign trips, etc., were organized where we were not taking the cost. Now we are providing for. We continue with the same kind of strategy for insurance distribution business. So the increase in some cost has gone up because of that also. So generally, we can say this is coming from a largely employee cost increase.
And any reasons why we have not announced interim dividend? Because I think let's say, whenever in past we have hit record income, we've announced dividend. So any?
We have significantly increased the MTF book. So MTF book is something that we are very keen, because when our customers ask this facility, and if we don't provide, we lose them for lending book as well as for brokerage book. So we get cash in the system. We are able to increase the margin trading book. We are actually borrowing also. So we are very keen that this business grows. Whereas I must tell you that our dividend policy has not been significantly revised. Only thing is that at the time when we were not using cash, we were much more liberal. That may not be possible in the current year, because we are, cash in our hands. We invest at a higher return for our shareholders.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. We take the next question from the line of Mr. Chandran M.R., an individual investor. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Congratulations, sir. You have seen some really good numbers coming this quarter. And I see that, we have brought about some new trading platform called Flip, right? I just wanted to know how this particular application compares with its competitors. Like what do we have as an additional feature or as something that would be competitive with regard to, on a competitive basis?
Can I request Jones to answer?
Yeah, I can take this. Thank you very much, Mr. Chandran, for bringing this up. So, over the last few years, what we have seen in our industry, it's not just the brokerage rates that affect trading behavior, but also the entire user experience and features available on the platform. So we had in the year 22, we had started a roadmap. So we worked on a roadmap to revamp all of our digital assets, basis which now Flip has been released. We have, when compared to the broking community or our competitors, we have significant number of features that's not available with our competitors, like some portfolio insights, multi-leg option orders, options Greeks, and few others. This is also the first of many revamps that will soon be released over the coming months.
Okay. So that'll be my first question, and I have another one more if I may. So, like you said, that the user experience is an important aspect, and also I happened to go through the presentation where you have mentioned that 82% of your volume are from online trading, right? So, is there any particularly major investment that is planned to improve the IT infrastructure that we have?
ABK, do you want to take that?
Yeah, thank you. Fundamentally, as this is an addendum to what John said, it is on continuous improvement. All our applications are on the annual for revamping and redesigning, and we will be adding more features for the convenience of users and youngsters. Therefore, we continue to invest in IT and the modernizing our application and infrastructure.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That will be all. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, if you wish to ask a question, you may press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. We take the next question from the line of Mr. Ratish Nair, an individual investor. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Ratish.
Yeah, sir. I have a couple of questions, and my first question pertains to the margin funding. So, whether the margin fund amount has been entirely accumulated from the internal source, or is there any external funding involved? If yes, sir, could you provide the details regarding the amount and the borrowing rate at the end of in the last quarter that you have taken?
Okay, I would request our CFO, Ms. Mini Nair, to answer this.
Yeah, hi. So this margin funding book is growing. So this year actually it's grown beyond 100 crores on a quarter-to-quarter basis. So we are actually funding using our internal sources, plus we have taken loans from bank. Because internal sources, there are restrictions we can take as per the regulation, only 50% of the liquid net worth. And then we have taken loans upwards of 130 crores. So overall, the margin funding book is, as per as ED said, it's around 353 crores. And you were asking about the borrowing rate. So it's around 7.4%, but the rate is going up. On a quarterly basis, we are seeing the interest rate going up. So we are actually under that pressure. Yeah, but at present, it is 7.4%.
Yes, good, ma'am. That's coming from internal sources. I have a couple of questions also. Like, what is the current cash available within the group, ma'am?
The current cash available is the group is 700 crores. But as I said in the last time also, around more than 35 to 40% of this cash is used for MTF internal funding and also for the client's funding. So the rest of the money we use as working capital. So even if we have money, it is used for the business growth.
Great, ma'am. I just want to ask about the PMS. So what is the PMS EUM and could you share the income during the quarter?
Okay, Ratish, I will take this question. PMS AUM end of September quarter was 667 crores, which is compared to 424 crores of September last year. And in terms of income from PMS for quarter 2, it was 3.76 crores for quarter 2. That is an 85% growth from same period last year. 6 months income for PMS in this half year is 6.88 crores.
Good, sir. Good, sir. Thank you, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, if you wish to ask a question, you may press star and 1 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, you may press star and 1. We'll take the next question from the line of Praveen from Ananya Research. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, sir. If you can throw some light on the operating margin, like if I go back from 2023, we had a very healthy margin of 40-45%, and as you have mentioned, that there are headcounts which have been added due to which the margins might have been dropped. Do we foresee in the near future that again, the operating margin going back to 40-45% plus? Number one. Number two question is the other income which has been coming up. If I go back, the TTM level we are roughly around 16 odd crores we could see. Is this number going to expect it, and can you throw some more light on the same also? Thank you very much.
The first question, would MD like to take?
Yeah, this question is from the operating margin, right?
The same question in terms of margin percentage.
Yeah, see, this question was indirectly addressed earlier. There was a comparison with FY22. Second quarter FY22 was historically, so marginally it was better than this quarter. So when it comes to operating margin, I told you that this is mostly coming from the increase in cost. I can tell you broking business growth is increasingly giving this margin growth. If you look at the growth from the current level, so it all depends on how the capital market activity is going to be. So that's going to be the critical aspect as far as this particular action is concerned. So I can tell you it is very closely linked to the market activity when it comes to after once the fixed cost is covered, then it all depends on the market activity. So this is what I can at the moment say about the operating margin.
And then the other income, if you can throw some.
I will answer the other operating income. So I presume your question is on the 17.8 crores which is shown as other operating income. Am I right?
Yes.
So out of this other operating income, what I said some time back, PMS constitutes 3.76 crores. Balance is the interest income, treasury income, interest on loan from our subsidiary Geojit Credits. So most of them are again related to equity market. Like you saw in the quarter 2, if the markets are good, and just adding on to what MD was trying to say, if the equity markets are good, I don't see any reason why this other operational income should also be affected.
I will step in and add one thing. This was the quarter where we saw the highest income from interest. The lending based income touched 25 crore in this quarter.
Yeah.
This includes the NTF and all other internal uses for our clients, whatever working capital we use.
Okay.
Great, sir. That answers my question. Thank you very much.
Mr. Praveen, are you done with your question, sir?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We take the next follow-up question from the line of Varun Bang. Please go ahead, sir.
Thanks again. Any key changes that you would have made in our strategy in the last few quarters? Any important changes that you would like to highlight?
No, I can only add here that we had started a small wealth management business, which has started growing. So that business we are building on. And apart from that, the baskets, the equity baskets that we provide to our customers in the broking segment, we are seeing a good traction in that also. But this is something that we started a couple of years ago, but we are seeing significant traction in that. This is what I wanted to update you.
Okay. And what is our broader roadmap for next 3 to 5 years? What are our priorities and key focus areas across various segments?
See, I can tell you generally our focus has been how to create wealth for our customers. So it will not be merely transaction-based revenue. Transaction revenue is very important. It will be advice-based transaction revenue that we will be focusing on. Even if we look at the yield on the broking side, the yield is something that we are able to protect only because the customers find value in the advice that we give to our clients. So we want to build on that as the larger, broader strategy in terms of customer service. We will continue to do that. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. If someone is looking at Geojit, let's say from 8 to 10 years perspective, what message would you give to such shareholder and what parameters would you suggest such shareholder to focus on while evaluating our performance?
So I can only tell you one thing. We cannot predict on numbers, but our purpose of existence, we have a very clear written down purpose of existence, that is how to help our clients create long-term wealth. So whatever we do, we think we can do a lot around that. We will continue to add products and services that can build long-term wealth for our customers. So strategies could be short-term, long-term, but our long-term approach and philosophy will not change. That is how to create wealth for the customers, and that is the focus area. Depending on short-term developments, medium-term developments, there could be focus areas, but this larger focus and purpose is something that we don't want to compromise on. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, and what would you suggest a shareholder to focus on periodic basis whenever he's evaluating quarterly or yearly performance?
So basically, need to shareholders can look at the fee-based non-broking income, how it is behaving. So compared to 5 years ago, today non-broking income has significantly grown. So that is an area as well as the assets under management. So basically this income is largely derived from that. So these are the two probably parameters which the shareholders could focus on.
Okay, thank you from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. C.J. George for closing comments.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the questions and the very insightful questions that came from our shareholders. We'll be very happy to address all the questions once again after our annual results. And thank you once again for joining this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Geojit Financial Services, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.